Hello all and welcome to this review for Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Venin. And yeah, we finally have our fourth Deluxe Insecticon, finally. And it's a mold of his own, so that's very, very fun. Before I show you off what his brethren, here's a view of the box art. I just want to show I think it's really, really well done. It's really nice. The colors aren't accurate to what we end up getting in the end, but it's very nice art. Right, there's Venin. And yeah, it's Venin, not Venom. All right, so here he is with his Deluxe Insecticons. What's fun is that even though Deluxe became a real class of its own in Beast Wars, the first time that we ever got that class name in Transformers, I think, was with these guys. So it's fun that, yeah, after all these years, he comes out as a Deluxe, of course. So here are the Deluxe Insecticons. And yeah, of all of them, he's the only one that is not a retool. At least I couldn't. Well, you'll see. It's very unique compared to all these. Yeah. All right. So look at these that way. They look fantastic together. Really cool to have them all together. However, that aside, I gotta say, this is one awkward guy, and it's just too bad. Like I said, I love the dedication of a new mold, but there's lots of awkward stuff all over the place, and parts that I have no clue what they're all about. Maybe I'm missing something. But anyways, we'll go through it together. Like, for example, the stance you see here, it's because they really did go very faithful to G1, where you have this in the front that's like exactly where his body is. So for the wings to be back, well, yeah, you end up, you can't actually have his arms go down straight. That's an homage to G1 toy. So, like, if that's your thing, then great. But it does make for, yeah, an awkward toy. And yes, the G1 toy means, does that mean that it's awkward? Sure, it was then. It is now. But yeah, that's how it is. So it's hard to get in that position. Of course, in an action pose, that kind of goes away. So for example, here we'll give him his gun. And he also comes with an axe blade. You can put here. So that works. Also, these weapons can combine into an axe. So we'll do that here to show you. Here you go. Now he's got an axe. Oh, and I forgot to say, the gun is bluish compatible, as MGO would say. There you go. Now, that was one awkward thing. We'll talk about another, and that's just the these holes here. Like, it's just the way the arms are constructed. So, usually, if it's if there's a 5mm port, it would be on the sides. So it really looks like the wrist is not where it should be. Where it should be maybe like this, and the wrist on the other side. So that I find kind of awkward too. Also, you'll just see the way it's built, the different levels of articulation, and it's used for the transformation, but they do make for an awkward bicep. Another awkward thing here would be the wrists. They do pop off all the time. So I'm just putting it back. Yeah. So yes, yeah, you see, it looks like it's supposed to be this way. Anyways, it doesn't. It's just a very awkward. Everything with the arms is very awkward with this toy. Now another awkward bit, and I'll just bring this down a little bit, is right here. It's an odd part here in the back. There's this gray piece that doesn't come into play anywhere in transformation. You'll see early on that it just disappears. Like it's a non-effect. And if you do push up too much, it will also pop off. So it's just odd. This part's very odd. Also, it's kind of a detriment to a transformation because since you have to bring the legs like so, when you try to bring them back, this piece can get stuck here in that gap. So not only is it not used, it's not only is it useless, it's kind of harmful to the experience of the toy. So yes, very, very awkward. Even this I find kind of awkward, right? With the feet, you'll see it's also used for the transformation, but yeah, having these nubs stick out is awkward. This toy is looking quite awkward. Yeah. So that's that. There are some cool things though. I like the look of it. I think the colors are right. I really like the color, the plastic colors that were chosen. I think the tempos are fun all around, especially the ones here on the knees. I think that's a nice effect. And also, all the black you see here, that's all tempos here. And it's the way that it works in the factories is each one of these is like part of the cost fact that's separate, not one line. So it's fun that they went the extra mile in the tempo department for that. I think that works really, really well. Oh yeah, another awkward thing. It would look like he has light piping. However, it doesn't. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to go to the light source. But it doesn't have light piping. There's nothing here in the back for it. So yeah, once again, it's just kind of awkward. I'm wondering if these are vestigial. They might be of maybe a different idea or a reuse of this mold, although this mold is, as you'll see, kind of tough to make something else. Oh, I'm not going through all the articulation, but he does have a waist swivel, so that's very fun. All right, so now for transformation, which you'll see, once again, very awkward, has some weird tricks. All right, so we'll go through it. The feet, you fold them back, and as you saw with this piece here, you're going to flip this up. All right, so now what we're gonna do, you know what? We're gonna clear some, clear some space. Now we'll keep it like this for now. We'll put the arms up. And this is the part here, like I said, where these parts will recede inside. Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this part and you're going to fold it upwards. Like so. And yes, the legs in the back might get in the way. Like I said, it's tough. A lot of stuff gets in the way. I'm gonna put these wings up here for now. It's gonna give me a chance to give some clearance to this. By the way, what I'm doing now is not the instructions. That's not, they just say to, plug this in together. And yeah, that's what you do. You kind of force this in and it will work. There are two places that plug in. You see on top here and at the bottom. The bottom one is very bizarre because it fits like an inner jigsaw puzzle. Usually, and you see it here, there's like a snap going on. The snap isn't really like so. You have to squeeze this and get it to enter these tabs here. So it's kind of odd. I haven't witnessed that in Transformers. And yes, I am struggling a bit here. Yeah, so you see, you just squeeze it and there you go. This part came undone, but that's fine. So yeah, it's a bit odd. Oh yes, this could easily just, instead of being snapped on, just fold it into it, so that works. All right, so that's done. They also, for some of the instructions, like focus on the crotch here, but I don't, there's nothing you can really do. By the way, so you see those pieces I was talking about are gone. They're out of sight. I don't really know what their purpose was. Okay, now the wings are where we want them. We're gonna bring them down. We're gonna flip them and bring them down, like so. Wherever you are, the whole point is that you have to have this tab be at the bottom here, so that it's going to plug into here. You can do that now if you wish. It doesn't really change much. So there you go. Now we're going to transform the arms. So first we're going to flip the head up like so. Yes, get it out of the way. And now we're going to transform the arms. We can now put the legs, the insect legs back to give that some room. We're going to flip down the wrist. Yes, this did the shoulder did push forward in, but we're not going to do that yet. We're going to take this wrist and also fold that. We're going to play like the accordion game and have this elbow fold within, like so. Do the same with the other side. And yeah, this part is kind of tough. All right. I mean, I'm just saying it has some resistance. Now, this part here is also kind of awkward. It didn't matter too much when you saw me posing him, so I guess it's fine. But there's not much that's keeping it locked in. There is a lock, but it's, as you're playing with it, posing it, the lock is not strong enough. Anyways, so what you do is, as you saw, you just push this forward. Yeah, oh, that's right. You know what? I messed up here. The arms, my bad, are supposed to be like so when folded. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so you push that forward, you push that down. It should look like this. I say that, I'm wrong, okay. Better. It should look like this. All right, sorry about that. That's how it should look like. Okay, we're gonna put the head down so you see these two holes. They're gonna go into these tabs, so that's fine. And then this crest, you just push it inside. And it's fun, it kind of like disappears. It's well done. It folds and it melts into the rest. Now this part also, my same word, awkward. This part here has to plug inside, but it doesn't, there's no place for it to go through. So you kind of like, once again, have to squeeze it in. And there you go. So those are kind of like odd transforming methods. I don't come across them often. Like, see, you have to kind of like almost not undo something, but kind of get in there. Okay. And look, it makes for a decent alt mode. It does. I think the alt mode actually looks great. So it could look like this, right? Or like you saw, you plug in the wings in the back, like so. It's really decent. I think it's very, very well done. The alt mode, it's obviously very, very G1. Oh yes, if you're wondering, you can, like, this is where this comes into play. You can now plug the weapons in here, but to me, it's a big sacrifice for something looking very awkward and not great in robot mode to be able to just have some weapon storage. Not phenomenal. Also, speaking of that, the instructions make no mention of these holes. They never come into play either. But I guess you can do this. I don't know, honestly, it looks like this mold is being reused for something else with all these extra little parts that your instructors don't talk about and we won't really see much of. So that's that. Now, it's tough to recommend. It's fun to finish the set, but as a toy, it's really lacking. And with the prices being very high these days, this was like $35, $36 Canadian. I found that, I don't know, very pricey for something that I think has lots of weird stuff going on. I don't think it's great. So, but look, hey, it's up to you. This is my review. I'm getting it so it could fit with all the Insecticons. I think they look really good together. At that point, I mean, would it have been better that they all be statues instead? No, it wouldn't have been. I would have rather they be Transformers, so that's fine. But I'd rather be good Transformers. What I'm trying to say is that I won't have much pleasure like transforming this back and forth. Anyways, that's it. That's my review, and I wish you all an excellent day.